Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I definitely don't have this solo yet, but you know, I liked the little rhythm section I put together, so figured I'd just at least get that. Still don't got it yet. Definitely don't. It's all good though. Well, we'll stop that one. We'll keep that one short. just the Bob Weir part. Did that shit to me again when I went to phrase 2, and it just started playing before I finished the phrase. I don't know what the fuck to do about that. just fucking play Sultans of Swing again. Practicing that one every day. You know, I'm learning the Freebird solo today for the first time. And I can tell you, for whatever reason, it's just harder to do. It's easier for me to play the Sultans of Swing solo than it is the Freebird solo. I don't know if that might have like a little bit to do with the guitar, like sustain on the notes. With a Telecaster and a Stratocaster, you don't have as much sustain on the notes. And so like when you're holding the note and you're bending the note on a Les Paul, you know, you can hear it. And you can hear it go along with the song. But like when I'm practicing the Freebird solo, I just can't get my notes to hold that long. And so I've been kind of like just trying to do my own stuff kind of over the basic idea. Like this part, I guess. So I'm just like throwing those slides in, and I'll throw extra notes in. Just I throw the extra notes in to keep my time, really. Sultans of Swing then. I'd like to hear Sultans of Swing for the 89th time. You know, I've been fired from so many jobs, it's not even funny. And, you know, I mean, I know it sounds ridiculous, but, like, I never really did anything. Well, not the point. But, you know, I had a job at a volleyball club. I was a volleyball coach. It was called SoCal Volleyball in San Marcos Vista, California. And they treated me like absolute dog fucking shit. I cannot believe it, how they act. So if you're listening, I want you to know that that's how I feel about you. And I kind of think you're a joke. Yeah, I know you're not going to like this, but yeah, I'm a trained engineer. I'm a classically educated trained engineer. And I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And you don't. And you guys aren't even good coaches. And I think the best example is how you fucking toss the ball to set your players. It's so bad, dude. It's so bad. And it's never been good. Nobody who's ever tossed the ball underhand to set a player has ever gotten anything effective out of it. So that's just one simple example. But you guys fucking suck. Fuck you. If I remembered your name, I would tell you to fuck off, but I forgot your name. Megan Jamal. Yep. And Karena, what a bitch, dude. What a fucking bitch, man. She texted me. She texted me and she's all like, would you like to coach a volleyball season? Would you like to coach a volleyball team this season? And I said, sure. That's all I said, sure. And then she's all like, well, that's not enough of an answer for me. And so I kind of like wrote like 2 very small paragraphs and said, okay, this is how I feel, blah, blah, blah. And then they fired me. I can't believe how badly they treated me. I can't believe how badly every fucking company that has ever employed me fucking treated me. It's such a mess out there, dude. And, you know, I think we should normalize telling people exactly what the fuck you think about them. Professionalism is really like, it's like, it's the most disrespectful way you can act. But professionalism in and of itself is not fucking professional. Because like, if I speak to you professionally, blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, I'm not treating you like a human. And we speak professionally so that we can fucking like get away with, you know, treating people like ass. It's like, oh, well, I treated you like ass, but I did it professionally. Such a fucking faggot, all of you. You're all such fucking pieces of shit. You, all of you. You're fucking trash. And I'm trash at guitar. I'm the worst guitar player that's ever lived. And I'm happy with that. I'm gonna keep doing it. I keep live streaming my shitty guitar videos. coached the volleyball team for the San Marcos High School in San Marcos, California. And it went swimmingly. It went very swimmingly. There was never a conflict between me and the other coaches, or me and the players, or me and the parents, or any combination thereof. Never a single conflict. And you know what? They fired me too. I have no idea why. Oh yeah, we just won Division I championships, right? That's all.
Joy down. Oh.
So yeah, there's all my complaints. I don't really feel like throwing any of those people under the bus, except for maybe the HR, but, I can't throw people under the bus who were pretty good to me, but they fired me out of nowhere for no reason. Hendrix's cover for a while now, and I guess I could try that. And I wrote this riff for this song. I'm gonna pull it up in my notes and try to get it. How did I do it? Jimi Hendrix covered Like a Rolling Stone, Bob Dylan. I don't know if you ever put it on a record. I don't think you did, but it's live at Monterey. It's always been one of my favorites. Where's that take this? That is not. No. What the fuck? See these chords? We have a C, a D minor, an E minor, an F, and a G. I don't know where the D minor is coming from, or the E minor, but it sounds right.
Everybody that was hanging out. Now you don't.
was just like really bad. I turn around, I'm like, wait, what's the next chord? I don't fucking know. I gotta practice this shit for like a few days for me to remember the chords. You know what I was wondering? Yeah. I was wondering if this looper would record voice. Okay, that wasn't very good, but it worked. Come to my stream to watch me learn how to play music, because I don't know how to play music. I don't know anything about music. I'm a terrible musician, so you're just watching me learn. Yeah, I'm sitting here learning how to play music. I don't know how to play guitar, I just picked it up. Pretty much. Back when I was 19, I learned how to play Red House and Little Wing and Lenny. But that's about it. I just picked this shit back up after all those years. But I don't know anything about beats, I don't know anything about notes, nothing about melody, nothing about chords, theory, none of that. I don't know any of it. So sit here and watch me learn. I'm a terrible guitar player. idea how to erase a loop, so I'll just start over. Maybe I'll just play the chords and try to sing it. See, I don't remember the chords, so do it again, do it again, do it again.
Laugh about everybody that was hanging out. It's not so loud. And it all seems so right. I was trying. One time, just so far. One time.
Well, I'll practice that one and come back to you with that one. I figure, I know how to play the Wind Cries Mary. I knew that one from all the way back then, so I should be able to get through that one. Let's play that. Alright, we won't let the drums ruin this one. Fuck those stupid drums, dude. Jackson in their boxes, and the clowns of all gone today. You could hear happiness staggering on down the street. Footprints dressed in red. Whispers, Mary. A breeze drearily sweeping up the broken pieces of yesterday's life. Somewhere a queen is weaving. Somewhere a king has no wife, and the wind cries Mary. Dreamily sweeping up the broken pieces of yesterday's love. Somewhere a queen. Oh shit, 1,000 viewers saw me pop off at my old bosses. Bosses. I made like less than $3,000. Fuck you. The traffic lights, they turn up blue tomorrow, and they shine the emptiness down my bed. The tiny island sags on down the street, 'cause the life they live is dead, and the wind screams Mary. Will the wind never remember the names that has blown past? And with this crutch, his old age and his wisdom, he was known this would be the last. I think I can sing sometimes, but it's hard to sing with the mic. And when the mic volume, you get really like self-conscious from the mic volume. And then if you just hit the wrong note for even just a second, the mic picks it all up, and then you're fucked. So I gotta get used to the mic. I'm trying to do the solo. Recording, Jimmy does something really weird when he does that solo. After he does like the pretty those intervals. He does this weird thing that's like, I don't know if he's playing in the relative minor or something. But like when you're trying to just learn a solo, like just on the spot, and then it goes into like a weird timing, and then maybe another key for a second, it's really weird. But if you listen to the album when he does those pretty intervals right there, and then he goes something like this. See right there, that's weird. But I mean, it's cool. But it kind of takes you out of like your pop and your rhythm. Alright, I think I'm going to end the stream, folks. Thanks for all the viewers. The stream's probably too long, and the longer the stream goes, the harder it is to download off my phone. So hopefully I'll come back at you later today with another stream. Maybe practice another song here, and maybe give you a little taste of what I'll practice. Slow dancing in the burning room. I learned it a few months ago, and I wrote a bunch of my own parts to it, and I didn't really write them down. I think I wrote some of them down, but I'll probably try to come back with that song too. It's been too long since I played that one. All right, folks, catch me on the next one.